All types of risks associated with CBDCs, right? Social control, them knowing every little thing you do, being able to track every little purchase you make. Nothing strikes fear in the heart of a silver or gold investor like the idea of CBDCs. So when we get news yesterday that the Federal Reserve, our trusted friend Jerome Powell, has launched a new payment system called FedNow. It allows banks and individuals, supposedly, to transfer money amongst themselves instantaneously. But the big question is this a CBDC? Is this the first step towards CBDCs? Or do we have nothing at all to worry about? And what impact could this have on the price of silver, on the price of gold, as we move into the coming months, quarters, and years? Let's talk a little bit about this new FedNow program. It's been in the works for a few years, right? This was not a big shocker, not a big surprise, but a lot of people are commenting to me and saying, oh, this is CBDC, or oh, this is the first step towards CBDC. I'm a little suspicious about all of this. To me, I'm going to paint an analogy for you, okay? Let's say you're sitting in your house this weekend and a couple trucks show up. They start digging trenches through your front yard. You go out and say, what are you guys doing? And they say, well, we have eminent domain. We are with the water company. We're running new water lines. And you say, well, hey, look, I'm not connected to the city water. I have my own well that I dug several years ago. Think of yourself as a silver and gold investor, as the person who dug their own well, right? You're your own central bank. But the water company comes through and they say, well, we're going to put these pipes in anyway, and maybe at some point in the future, we'll make it illegal for you to have your own well, and we'll force you to connect to the city water program. That's the big fear, possibly, that people have with this electronic payment system and with CBDCs in general. Investing in silver and gold can be difficult at times. I want you to know you always have a refuge here in the basement with me, where we can have some camaraderie and support for one another as we navigate these choppy waters. I'll put out a new video every day, something valuable about silver and gold. It would be my honor if you join me. Please subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Because they put this program together, right? Now this big electronic funds transfer, they're saying it's better than Venmo, it's better than PayPal, right? This is instantaneous between banks. We're being sold that this is a great idea. Here's an article from the Associated Press saying, headline, your paycheck could clear faster now that the FedNow instant payment service for banks has launched. Here's an article from Yahoo Finance saying, the system lets Americans, yes, me and you, right, pay for groceries instantly. Can't I do that with cash right now, or a credit card, essentially? Businesses pay their suppliers, or people pay each other. It will be available 24 hours a day, every day of the year, with full access to funds immediately. Now, how this relates to CBDC and a little bit of a, let's say, suspicious theory that I have and some other people have, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But let me read a few of these lines for you. The Federal Reserve built the FedNow service to help make everyday payments over the coming years faster and more convenient. That's a quote from our old friend Jerome Powell. And we know he always tells us the truth. FedNow is different from apps like Venmo, which require holding balances in the app rather than sending and receiving money directly from your bank account. And it isn't instantaneous. See, Venmo's no good anymore. You want to use FedNow. Some banks will need to upgrade their older payment infrastructures, accounting procedures, and other back-office processes to accommodate the expanded 24/7 operating hours. The Fed believes when FedNow is fully available and widely used, that's key, individuals will be able to instantly receive their paychecks and use them the same day. And small business can more efficiently manage cash flows without processing delays. Here's what I think the risk is here. To me, this feels like the infrastructure possibly has been put into place for a future rollout of a CBDC. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below. I'd be curious your thoughts. To me, this is like the water company coming through my neighborhood and laying a brand new water supply line. Like, oh, we're not forcing you to do anything. We're just putting this in here, Mr. Brandstetter. We're not going to force you to hook on to the city water or anything like that. You can keep using your well until the day comes where they change the rules. And think about it. They've got the system in place now, right? The Fed has their FedNow system. What if a crisis were to come up? I mean, we don't ever have that occur, right? What if a crisis were to come up and everybody was scared and everybody was panicked? They were watching CNN and MSNBC and Fox News and, oh my gosh, the world is ending. We're in big trouble. And the Fed comes out and says, hey, we have your solution, everybody. We know there's a massive banking crisis. We know there's some type of massive financial crisis like we keep having over and over. But we have the solution. We have a new digital currency, and we're going to give some to you. And that little FedNow program we put in place a few years back, that allows us to instantly give you money. Interesting, isn't it? That's just a theory. Look, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but it makes me a little suspicious that we're getting more and more centralized control of our money, and this is another step in that direction. Doesn't it feel like the Fed wants to control the world's money? Right? And the world is rebelling against that. We know what's going on with the BRICS countries, but they want to control your money as well. And there's all types of risks associated with CBDCs, right? Social control. Them knowing every little thing you do, being able to track every little purchase you make, being able potentially to approve or disapprove purchases that you make, right? They don't think that you need to be eating a ribeye steak. Instead, they want you to eat some other type of manufactured meat that they put together. Now, look, these are extreme examples, right? Who knows? And there is a growing wave of support against the whole CBDC movement. We know that in Florida, and I also believe in Indiana, they've passed legislation saying that you can't force our citizens to use a CBDC. And again, the FedNow program, is it a CBDC? Easy for me to say, no, it's officially not a CBDC. But what I think we need to be very skeptical of is it a first step in that direction? Right? Is it that water pipe? And eventually they come to you and say, you have to hook onto the water system. You're not allowed to have your own well anymore. Sorry. This is the new way you get water, like it or not. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It sure feels like the world is moving towards CBDCs. I read an article recently that said there's 130 countries at some stage of development in the CBDC arena. 98% of the world's population, right? So we need to be on top of this. We need to stay aware. We also need to realize that when it comes to silver and gold, look, I'm a firm believer that the value of silver and gold could actually do very well in a CBDC environment. Where else are people going to go for any type of financial privacy outside of what will become a very centralized system? Right? Their cash won't be around anymore. No more paper money, no more coins that can be used in everyday transactions. What other option will people have for financial privacy? I can't think of really anything outside of silver and gold. Now, the Bitcoin people, the crypto people, they'll claim that's the solution. I think that remains to be seen. I'll go with the proven solution that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go watch a live stream, and I'll see you soon.